Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in. You guys know that we came in on here earlier. I see Tina Powers got her Christmas stuff. We only got 2 more people that need their Christmas stuff. It is sent out to Sugar Mama. I just got to get confirmation she got it, but I know she do because it's going to her P.O. box. And then I've never got in touch with Diane Harris. She won. She got $50 coming to her. So if you guys see her come in the chat or something, let her know she needs to reach out so I can give her money. And then I'm done. It has been way over 30 days, and that's not what I try to do. I try to get it done within that 30 days, but it's not on me, you guys. It's not on me. It ain't, you didn't get your money late because now on Tina Powers, that is on me because I was waiting to get Sugar Mama's address because I don't want to go to the post office and then go back to the post office and because that's just too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Hey Phyllis, how you doing? Girl, it is so much stuff going on in this trial. I have to share with you guys. I came on, the trial is on right now, but you know what? I put it on pause because I don't want to skip around. It is getting so excited. Some people like, I can't get into this case or I'm not understanding it. I came too late. Let me tell you, you ain't came too late. I've been keeping you guys updated and I've been letting you guys know what's going on. It is starting to it's almost like a snowball at the top of the hill. You got this little bitty snowball in your hand, you got 2 hands, and you done pack this little snowball like you're gonna throw it at somebody. You put it at the top of the hill. By the time it gets down to the bottom of the hill, that snowball is as big as a house. That's what's going on, you guys. Oh my goodness. First of all, let me share with you. So remember when Wody was on the stand and Wody said, because they was cross-examining Wody, some people say Woody. He's going to correct you and say his name is not Woody. His mama named him, his little nickname is Woody. That's Kenneth Copeland. And he's been going all over social media. He's the hottest thing. He goes viral with anytime he hits the spotlight, he goes viral. Now, a lot of people was like, Wody acting stupid, Wody acting dumb, Wody dumb. Yeah, he cannot pronounce a lot of words like specific. He says Pacific. And then this other new cat, this Antonio Sledge, he gets on the stand and he says Pacific. Everybody says Pacific. Let me share something with you about that word that they say. They do not say specific. They say Pacific. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's hard to pronounce. That is one of the words I used to couldn't say when I was younger and I had to go to speech therapy and to pronounce my S and P's, you guys. Yeah, check that out. Even though that my name at that time started with S and P, I couldn't pronounce my own name. I couldn't pronounce school. I couldn't answer. I couldn't even say the word specific. And if you notice, anytime that I say the word, they taught me how to slow it down and get that S out there. But before then, I would try to, I wanted to use the word. I knew what the word meant, but I could never say it, so I would have to learn another word, or I say it real fast. I would not say the word specific. I would say Pacific, because I could say the P word, but any P word with the S in front of it, I just could not fix my mouth to say that word. It was just so difficult. And if anybody that has a speech impediment or have speech problems to pronounce words, that is the hardest word in the dictionary. That anybody that, like I said, if you have problems with, pronouncing words, like even when you was a kid trying to understand how to pronounce that word, it's so hard. And I went for years saying the word Pacific myself. So trust and believe, I'm not making fun of these cats. You can be an intelligent person. You just cannot pronounce certain words because you don't use them that often. And then until somebody sits you down and then that word that you're so scared of, you're scared of that word. You want to use it because you know what you want to say, but your vocabulary is so limited because you know you're going to mess it up. So you just say Pacific, and hopefully people can think that you said specific. Okay, so we're not making fun of these gentlemen. It's just that's something with, I guess maybe it's in our culture, because we do see a lot of African Americans that it is just so hard to pronounce that word. And then I you know what, I'm not even gonna blame myself because I have to be taught it. And if I wasn't taught it right, I'm not pointing the finger at the teacher, but once you put some time into me, which, I did have to have a whole year of, and I'm not saying just a year. It went through my elementary. I literally had to go to speech therapy for the full 6 years. And then once I hit 7th grade, which that was junior high, it don't follow me into junior high. You know what I'm saying? So I was on my own. Did I still know how to say the word? No. I never did learn how to say the word while I was in junior high, elementary, junior high, in high school. Until I was an adult with children, I acknowledged that I just can't say that word. And I'm so tired of running away from it. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to take this word and I'm not going to try to run from it anymore. I'm just going to slow it down, because I remember how they told me to slow it down. And I did have, people, especially when I had my aneurysm, try to get me to, like I said, I had to learn a lot of stuff again. I had to learn how to say certain words again. I had to learn how to spell again. So when people make fun of me, you don't know my story. You don't know where I came from. Someone asked me the other day, they was like, I didn't know you had an aneurysm. So you literally went, so all these classes are you taking, you're regaining everything you lost. So some of this stuff looked new to me because I don't remember none of it, And I'm like, yeah, so that's why I don't care. That's why I don't care to take a class, because if I didn't remember it, nobody gonna say, well, you're a nurse, you should know that. Yeah, you're right, but I had an aneurysm. That means a lot of stuff in my mind I lost. I lost a lot of memory. I told you guys, I didn't know where my house was. I didn't know who my kids was. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know I even owned a home. I didn't know I owned 2 homes. I didn't know I owned property. I didn't know nothing. I just was there. And until some memories came back and some memories never did. And then people like, but is there some things that you probably still can't remember? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of spelling, reading. It's a lot. But I guarantee you, I don't quit. I don't give up. I can't tell you what I don't remember, because if I don't remember it, I can't tell it. That's like somebody say, okay, you know how when the teacher, you go to the teacher and you say, teacher, how do you spell September? And she was like, look it up. Well, how? And you would always look at the teacher like, how in the world you want me to look it up? I just told you I don't know how to spell it. Well, then she was like, pronounce it out. Well, if you have a speech impediment, you can't even, you'd be like, is it S-P, sep. You'd be like, forget it. Never mind, I use another word. I say the 9th month. How about that? That's what you do when you cannot pronounce words. You utilize other words. Like, yeah, your vocabulary is going to get a little larger because you got to learn different words, or you already know certain words. But you still going to get out what your comprehension, to communicate with people. So everybody will understand you're talking about the 9th month. But you just cannot say the word, or you cannot spell the word September, or you may not know what it means or whatever. And if like I said, if you couldn't say it, and you definitely can't spell it, you just say the 9th month. Now everybody know what you're talking about. She said, that's right. Okay, that's right. So you guys, remember when Woody was on the stand and they were telling Woody, you got this immunity, Woody. So anything that you say right now, they can't use against you. So Woody was like, oh, he was still being hard about it. And then they finally said, okay. Woody turned around and he was like, Judge, so anything that I say, y'all can't use it against me. And she was like, that's right. That's right. So he was like, okay, me and I can't remember who he said. I think he said him and Threat or somebody. I can't remember. Him and one of his partners went and shot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop. And everybody, and we all thought when he said that he was going to go on and say this and say that, because this was his chance. And if I was him, I would have said, we shot up homie Quan's daddy barbershop, we robbed the bank, we went over here, we shot at such and such, we stole out of these cars on that night. I would have said everything. So you know what? They couldn't come and get me for anything. But he said on the stand that him and one of his partners went over to Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop and shot it up. And everybody was like, whoa. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and this is true fact. And I said this day one. Everybody talking crazy about Wody. That's not somebody you want to live near. I know everybody's like, oh, Wody, he the best. He is not somebody you want to play with, okay? He let me put it like this. He's got bodies on his name. He do. Because he's got nothing to lose. He had everything to gain, a reputation. Don't mess with me. Don't touch me. Don't bother me. So Wody, even though young as he is, he's considered like this hitman, okay? And it's weird because everybody's sitting in court looking at life, 20, 30 years in prison, and the hitman that they have used and abused to do their dirty work is out here, you know, woo, 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 woo. Did he have something to do with Donovan Thomas' death? I don't know. Phyllis said, there's words I can't say either, and it is it. I can't spell them either. Right. When I write something out and give it to my daughter to print it out, she will say, no, ma'am. She will say, no, mama. You know, I can't read that. Yeah, right. Do not play any games with Wody. Exactly. So, check this out. So, there was a 911 call. Let's get to that right now. So, there was a 911 call that came in yesterday. And it was, so I wanted you guys to know who Rich Homie Quan was, because we got his picture on the thumbnail so everybody could see who he was. Now, Richie Homie Quan was from another gang. But I've got some stuff to share with you guys. That's why I came on here early. I got a lot of stuff to share with you. So if you are behind, you won't feel some kind of way. So when I'm telling you what I'm telling you it in a nutshell. You really ain't got to go and look at the video if you want. But a lot of people is getting in trouble. So if you know infamous Sylvia, she's down there in Atlanta. She's an older woman, and she does content on the YouTube. She's great. I've been in her room before. Actually, when this actually happened, what happened was she was doing a live. Everybody else want to call it a podcast, but it's not. She was doing a live. She was giving the jurors names. They wasn't really derogatory or whatever. She was giving them names. She was like to the right. This person's in the front. They called them something, this, that, and the other. SpongeBob, Fuzzy, Glassy, Classy, and all this other stuff. You know, a woman, a man, But she didn't go with their original name. She didn't say, but you know. So if she spoke about them, you knew who she was speaking about. Well, the judge called her to. Somebody told on her. Somebody went to the judge and said, this woman has identified the jurors to her, and she sits in the court every day. So they done already took this woman's page. She's not monetized anymore. You see why it is never good to be. I mean, she's doing really good with her podcast. I think she got like 35,000 subscribers or whatever. She goes live. Even if she's going to the courthouse, she goes live. She's great. But there's always going to be some hater, okay? There's always going to be some hater in the mix, looking at what you're doing, running to go tell. You never know who's on that other side. You never know. Like right now, there's only but 11 people in here. But out of these 11, I guarantee you 3 of them sitting back trying to contemplate, what can I... But you know what? They said here. I mean, we've been on for like 6, 7, 8... I mean, no. About 4 or 5 years. And they done tore up my channel. But I tell you what... She said, I thought the judge made too much of that. No, she really didn't. She actually forgave her, and she forgave her really grace. You know what I'm saying, Miss Phyllis? Because in all reality, I understand the judge's position. And I don't know if you know, and we can agree or disagree or whatever. It's really not no big deal. But you're right. You know, I believe the judge, I would have told her that you couldn't come back in the courtroom. That's what I would have. Not saying I don't like her. I do. It's just the ideal. There was kind of a little bit of, kind kind of, like nobody wants to be called fluffy, especially if you're fat or chunky. Nobody want to be called SpongeBob or whatever, So I get it, and so when she says that, her channel was classy, but I mean, I don't believe she meant harm. You understand what I'm saying? I don't believe she meant harm. I believe that she was trying to get the information to her people so when she spoke on something, they understood. She really wasn't doing it for the way that they try to present it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you got to read between the lines. Like I said, matter of fact, when she was doing that, I was in her chat. I was sitting there and I was like, because you always want to go to somebody that's there. And I don't ever want her to get her channel. Right now, like I said, I don't know if her channel is back monetized, but they've been trying to tear that woman's channel up for a while. You know what I'm saying? They done tore her minds up. But I mean, like I said, that's why I have my jobs. I don't even wear. And I don't know if that's her income or whatever, but it's never been my income. It's never been no money in it for me, really. You know what I'm saying? You might make $100, $200 or whatever. I don't even make that. And if you don't make $100, guess what? You get nothing. You got to make $100 or more. And we're not there. We've been not there for a while. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, at one point in time, yeah, we were there, but I ain't tripping. She said, I call myself the Grand Biscuit. Okay. So that happened. And so let me share with you guys something. So oh my God, I got so much. So there's this guy called Mandu. If you guys don't know him, he says he's the one that is the founder of YSL. So him and Young Thug got into it years and years and years ago. Years and years and years ago. Mondo and Young Thug got into it about who created YSL. So I believe, she said, come on, girl, tell it. She said, come on, girl, do that, tell. Okay. So they got into it. So I want y'all to know about Mondo. So I'll share that for another time. But I want you guys to listen to the 911 call because Rich Homie Quan passed away yesterday. And they say, allegedly, it was from an overdose. But I wanted you to know who Homie Quan was. He is a rapper in the Atlanta area that Wody said that him and his partner went to his daddy's house and shot up his daddy's barbershop. Now, the one thing about that is, why are you going to shoot up the barbershop? Okay, why are you going to shoot up the barbershop? Why you didn't go find Rich Homie Quan? I don't think they could find him, or they couldn't reach him, or he was out of town, or he didn't live there. So they went and did the next best thing. And I don't know why they were mad. But let's play that because I've got something really juicy to share with you guys. All of this stuff is really do not have to do with game. You're gonna be your mouth is gonna open up when I tell you what it's all about. But let's listen to the 911 call where Richie Homie Quan's girlfriend, baby mama, calls 911. Let me see.
now? Yes. Okay, please put your phone on speaker so your hands are free to help. Can I add his dad to the call? I add his dad to the call. He's trying to call me back because I called him first before I called you. Okay, so we need to help. We need to help your boyfriend now. Okay, listen carefully. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head. He is not waking up. Please. Ma'am? Yes. Okay, you gotta get him to the floor. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head. What? On his back on the floor? Yes, ma'am. He's not here. Were you able to get him to the floor? Yes.
Okay, so did you guys hear that? That is loud as I can get it. I can find it on here, and I don't know nothing about it being on TikTok. It could be on TikTok. I didn't get it from TikTok though. But yeah. So you guys heard it? You guys heard it okay? That's as loud as I can get it. I think my phone is all the way up. I wanted to try to do something. Let me see. Oh no, that's the ringtone. I'm like, that's the ringtone. Why is my ringtone so low? Let me see.
And I heard you on stage.
Let's see.
Operator 7214. What is the location of your emergency?
Here we go.
All right, police fire ambulance. I need an ambulance. Tell me exactly what happened. My boyfriend, he's been asleep on the couch since this morning. Well, he never came to bed last night. Sleep on the couch. I left him on the couch before I took my son to school this morning. Put a blanket over him. And I just checked on him again because he never got up. I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing. And you said, hold on, you said on the couch and what happened? I said I put a cover over him because he gets a little cool in the piece in the living room. And now I just checked on him because I see he never got up. And I don't see him breathing. I don't feel a heartbeat or anything. And I turned him over. He kind of foamed at the mouth. Saying he's not breathing. Is that correct? I'm not hearing you. Yes, yes. Okay, ma'am. If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. Is there a what? If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, yeah. Send in the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next. Okay. I need to know about how old he is. He's 34. Okay, are you right by him now?
Okay. Okay, you guys. I made sure. Send somebody. Hurry up quick. Because nobody wants to be around when, stuff like that is happening. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, they're trying to say that it was a overdose. Now, at first I was like, I don't know, but I needed to hear what was going on at that particular time when that was happening. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to know. So hold on. Let me go out of there and come back. So, anywho, you guys, so now he rests in peace, and his family's gonna have to, lay him down to rest. Now, I heard, not for sure, I don't know if it's a fact, that while they was in court the other day, they told Young Thug that Richie Homie Quan passed away over overdose. And the expression I seen was, what? It was like, he was like, what? Like, people gonna be amazed when Young Thug been in jail for 2 years waiting for this trial. Okay, now let's get into today's thing. You said that they are trying to say what? No, I said they saying that it was over an overdose. He died over an overdose. And I thought to myself when I first heard it, because I was on my way to work, and Miss Margie Mack that comes in here, Miss Margie Mack was like, yeah, such. And so I rushed to see it. She had sent it to me, but I really haven't even opened up her message. But so I was doing some research last night when I was at work, and I found the recording, so I went ahead and recorded it. But I kind of first thought, man, this is I don't believe in coincidence, because somebody could have made him OD, because that's what I be thinking. And then after that, but when I heard that it was at his girlfriend's house, he was laying on the couch, so he had been there that night and all day, and he must have been doing them drugs or whatever, and I seen some of his videos where he, them boys down there, they're thin for a reason. I'm telling you guys. I mean, not all of them, but I'm just saying, you look at them now, they in court, they've been eating 3 meals a day, they ain't been doing no drugs, they ain't running around, they ain't getting into stuff, they done picked up weight, and when they pick up weight, they actually look really good, they look really nice. Like, I look at Young Thug, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I mean, he's got a different kind of face, but when he's thin like a stick, I mean, he's really tall. He just doesn't look attractive to me. But he is a very attractive man when he's got some meat on his bone. I'm like, oh my. Yeah, but anyway, you guys, so I want to explain something to you. So there's this guy named Antonio Sledge that is now on the stand. I told you guys this the last time we were live, which was, I didn't even realize today was Friday. But when we were live Wednesday, he's been on the stand for 3 days. The judge is like letting Miss Love go on and on and on. And Miss Love has came and talked about this man's guilty plea and his plea deal, which she wasn't supposed to. And the judge is like, oh, you're walking on thin ice, Miss Love. You shouldn't have said that. And it's okay. And Miss Love is just all over the place doing crappy work, you guys. I'm like, get her out of here. They need to call this a mistrial all day long. I don't know how many things they have to do. And I can guarantee you it's more than 40 things that they have placed on this trial that should have been called a mistrial. starting with the judge Glenville getting removed from the case when he was already trying to make sure that these boys get a guilty sentence, getting a guilty charge. Now here's the thing. I got so much stuff going in my head. When I say one word, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to forget this, I'm going to forget that. And I should have been writing this stuff down. But, nevertheless, here's the thing. So they got Antonio Sledge on the stage. And Antonio Sledge, his education level is 9th grade. He completed 9th grade, and then he dropped out of school. Well, so you know that he's going to have some type of limited understanding on certain words. Well, he signed this plea deal, and he just initialed some stuff. He initialed a lot of stuff. He didn't know that the sentence that they put on the word, the sentence that in the box, he put his initials on. That means that it's true. So he's like, I didn't know that was in there. You're trying to say that we went and did things to notarize YSL. We did crime for YSL and all this other stuff. He was like, no, we did crime, but it wasn't to further YSL. I didn't mean that. But the thing about it is, and I'm like, so he gets upset, and he was like, come on, Miss Love. You know, and he's trying to be real nice to her, and he was like, yes, Miss Love. And it was like, you're like, dude, you know, she wanting you to say certain things, and she letting you know if you don't say it, you're going to do 35 years. But we did not know how many years he's got to say yes to the things he signed up for. And now he's in court saying, I didn't even know what that means. She was like, but you signed it. You say you can read. You say you can write. And you signed it. And those are your initials. And he's like, yeah, those are my initials. And he's looking at, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to do 35 years. And all this other stuff. And she's just being a big bully about the whole thing, you guys. She's just being this bully like, yeah, I'm the king. I'm the queen peeing over here. You're going to do this. And it's like, I don't know if some women love to have that control and power and sit there and talk to people that way. I just couldn't do it. She makes me sick. Sick. Not S-I-C-K, but S-I-C. She make me sick. How they have did this case. I would have already, as a judge, said a mistrial just because of the behavior on the state. Did you guys not know this? I'm going to share this with you guys. And I'm being honest. If you ever seen some foolery, you need to look at this case. I did not know back in May, they charged a lot of these people. Thank you, Lord. Let me write that down. Because he put something to my memories. That they were holding these boys. And I hate when there is unfairness and unequalness. And they don't want people to know this. They held these boys without a bond. They held these boys without an attorney. You know, when they put you in jail, they say you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say. You know, they did not have attorneys for these boys for months and months and months and months. So, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, they went to court in December. Do you know those boys still did not have an attorney to defend them? So, of course, you're going to take the plea deal. You don't even have an attorney. There's none to assign to you. That's unlawful. You holding these people for 7-8 months without an attorney to represent them. You remember when Wody was like, I couldn't even go to jail. I couldn't even go to court. I was missing my court date. They didn't have an attorney to represent him. Even a paid attorney from the state, a public defender. They didn't even have a public defender. So there's no need to go to court. We ain't even got a public defender to represent you. I didn't even know this, but it came out today. Now, let's get some more stuff off my chest. That, like I tell you guys. She said, SB, can I call in? Hold on. Woke to God. Let me share one other fact with you guys, because this is gonna make two things. Let me share two things with you. This is gonna make a difference. Cause I'ma hang on. That's why I came on early. Cause I'ma hang on to let you guys understand how a lot of other stuff is coming into play on this case. Now, Fannie Willis, or whoever the Fannie Willis that is the DA or the Attorney General, whatever she is down there, that she's the DA down there. She made a promise that these boys on Young Thug will be tried and convicted. She's cleaning the streets or whatever. But she used to be Mondu attorney. I told you guys Mondu and Young Thug got into it. Mondu and Young Thug got into it because Mondu say he created and the founder of YSL, and Young Thug created, whatever. And they went back and forth. No. But now she is the DA. Okay? But she used to be an attorney for Mondu. Now, no. Now, here's something else. She also, and I'm gonna put allegedly, but she also was the attorney for Donovan Thomas too. Nut. She also, and I hear, and I'm gonna say allegedly, because I don't know what they mean when she used to F with Nut. I don't know if that's in a relationship F with Nut or just an attorney F with Nut. You guys get what I'm saying? But she is after these boys like it's crazy. What else did I need to tell you guys? She said, that's office. Yeah, I'm on the highway in my way to Louisiana. Okay. Okay, I don't think I ain't got nothing else on my mind right now. Somebody told me. Okay, and I'll finish up with that later on the other thing. So, yes, if you want to call on in right now. Call on in, Woke to God. She said, grabbing me some gumbo. I'll cook you some gumbo, girl. Don't worry about it, Woke to God. I'll cook you some gumbo. I'm actually going to make some crab legs or something for my husband tomorrow. Anyway, call on in. If you got anything to say about this case, it is going crazy. I know there's more that I'm missing that I needed to share with you guys. I know there's more. But, the last thing I want to share with you guys is, okay, hold on. There's one other thing I needed to share. I knew it was something else. So, Antonio Sledge was on the stand today. Matter of fact, that's why I came on, because I was like, oh, snap. They said the defense is now asking him questions. They're re-cross-examining what the state has said, because he said some things. Because Miss Love want everybody to think, when they do a drive-by or they have a fight or a shooting, they do it for the notoriety of YSL. When they make some money, it goes to YSL. Everybody making money, it went in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when the defense came on, they asked Antonio Sludge, Okay, they was talking about this young lady. They was like, hey, what you know, when y'all did that drive-by or whatever, was you dating this young lady? And he was like, yeah, her name is Trivia or whatever. Trivia such and such. And then they was like, okay, so you loved her. And he was like, yeah, I've been knowing her since 2009. We still, we finally got in a relationship in 2012 or 13. And now it's 2015. That's when the drive-by woo happened, whatever. So that's the young lady that he tried to get out the house with his kid and all this other stuff. So they, now, so then they said, so was Trivia, she dating another guy? And he said, yeah. They was like, what's that guy's name? Girl, they said Kevin Watts. Kevin Watts is Shell Kale. That's the one that hit Wody in the head at the club when they jumped on Wody. And so they said, so Trivia was dating Antonio Sledge and Kevin Watts, Shell Kale, at the same time. So a lot of this beef ain't about no YSL. A lot of this beef is about a woman. I'm just telling you like T.I. is. And they both was dating this woman at the same time, and she didn't have a problem with it. She was dating Antonio Sledge, and she was dating Kel Shell. Okay, I'm done. Okay, what's up? What's up, Home Slice?
So, I said something about this the other week, and we kind of glossed over it. But you were saying how could those boys sit in jail that amount of time and not have an attorney?
Uh-huh.
And we all keep saying, what is it going to take for them to call this a mistrial?
Right.
But what I shared with you either last week or the week before was the timing of these charges coincides with Young Thug trying to get his masters back from Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to understand how important masters are.
Mm-hmm.
They say that that's what got Michael Jackson OD.
Mm-hmm.
They say that that's what got Prince killed.
Mm-hmm.
When a artist goes after their masters, that means that everything from the record therefore comes to them. They own the entire record.
Mm-hmm.
If you collaborate with a company, they usually hold out on the masters to your record, so they're always going to get a piece of you.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is the one that he's fighting for his masters.
Mm.
So you got to believe that if they don't want to let those masters go, they're probably worth 50 to 100 mil. If they don't want to release those masters, they're going to do everything they can to A, keep him incarcerated so they can try to find a loophole to keep his masters, and B, make him spend all his money so if he does get out, he won't have the money to fight for his masters.
Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. So it's bigger than what we. So because I'm thinking to myself, what really is this all about? Because Antonio Sledge with Shell Kale taking his woman, they're really beefing over a woman. It ain't got nothing to do with YSL, and they're making it YSL. And YSL is a label. I mean, I'm not saying it ain't a gang also. I'm saying it is a label also.
Right.
That's his label.
That YSL / Young Thug had never tried to get his masters until probably 90 days before this charge fell out.
Wow.
And then the next thing you know, they're hit with a RICO.
And here's the funny thing. they charge Wody with the murder of Donovan Thomas, and they Thompson, and they charge Antonio Sledge with the murder of Donovan Thomas. Right? How can the state drop a murder charge to both of these cats to try to get this RICO?
Because at the end of the day, it's not about who lost their life. It's not about anything other than being able to control this man, and because he tried to go completely on his own, get his own masters, and not have to go through these other companies, make these companies release his masters, they don't want to lose their money.
Right.
And that's Warner Brothers is a very, very powerful source. Very powerful. The only record label that has more power than Warner Brothers is Sony. And so they can throw money around all day.
Yeah.
To lawyers, to the DAs, to judges, to whoever.
Man, this is crazy. I knew this was one of the cases that was, this case and the case with Tyrese Nichols is huge cases. You can learn so much. I have learned so much on this case. It's unbelievable. And that's why I'm so excited when I learn and I see how could they hold them boys from May, June, July, August without an attorney? We don't even do that in the United States. Where do they do that at?
And you can best believe that somebody's bank accounts, whether the accounts are in the United States or whether they're offshore accounts, somebody's getting paid.
They had 26, 27 people in custody on this RICO charge. And now there's only but like 6 of them in court. So that means 20 people they have gave a plea deal for their testimony against Thug. They just dropped them. Murder, drop. Aggravated assault, drop. Gun charges, 4th time felon, drop. Young Thug ain't even got a record. I mean, a crime.
If Young Thug said right now, okay, I don't even want my masters no more. My brothers can have them.
You think it'd all just go away?
Trial and it would never come back to court.
Wow. Oh my God. That, hey, I'm starting to see it. I really am. I'm starting to see it because, yeah.
Hollywood is very, very crooked. Very crooked.
I
And the whole correctional system, like you have to remember that when hip hop first started, like 2 years into hip hop, they had that big meeting with all the rappers at that time that had generated any power. And the heads of the record industries were at this meeting. And just to go into the meeting, you had to sign a non-disclosure.
Uh-huh.
And they talked about, within this meeting, that they were going to support rap and push as much out as they can, but the other thing that they were going to do was take the money that they made and invest it into the private prison industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, if enough of these kids listen to this rap and think they can do what these rappers are singing about, where are they going to end up?
Yeah.
in prison.
Yeah. They're going to end up broken and in prison. And
Either
that's,
way, they're making money.
I mean, I do like rap. Don't get me wrong. I like rap. But the rap today and the rap what I'm used to, is different because I grew up on a hip hop, a hibbity, a hip hop. You don't stop rocking to the bang bang. Now it's like pow pow 10K. Gotta have a Smith and Wesson in your butt. Shoot you get now. And then clack it up. Come for your kids. Pow pow pow. Black. I can't get with that. Then I'm gonna sniff some crack, and then I'm gonna do it again. I can't do that because that's enticing the people to do this because there is going to be some kind of reaction if that's all you're putting into your mind and your heart. I mean, you're going to get some kind of adrenaline even if you don't react on that. It's still in your adrenaline, so when situations happen, you be like clack, put it in your butt, doom, clack, black. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, it that is what our kids are hearing. They don't, and everybody says the word in. I'm so sick and tired of hearing the word in. It's just a common word now. In, be, no respect for nothing. Oh my goodness. It's horrible. It's horrible.
And the less respect that these kids hear on these songs, the less respect that they feel like they have to have.
Yeah. And all the women now, they just naked. There's nothing to the imagination. And then everybody's getting BBLs and injections, and then they got a button. Then they sit up there and shake it, drop it, twirl it, da. And I mean, the more butt you show, your face is ugly, but you got a butt. Oh my God, girl, I'm just, you know what? Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, it looks like what the world say. Good luck looking, looks like a bottle, but I'm just so glad I'm not in this era right now. Like, it's just so much like you have to do to your body and everything and everything just to be accepted, or and it's just too much. It's just too much. And now these women, and I'm just saying this is what I see. I see these women chasing these men because of the money. Because like I said, I see some of them. I look at them. If they came up to me, I wouldn't talk to them because, I mean, first of all, you got dirty shoes on. You can't even speak right, or whatever. You can't add what 3 plus 3 is. You don't know what that is. Or, no, I'm just, no, I don't want to date you because I need somebody that knows what 520s is, right?
Right.
And they are now the ones that's making money because I just say society has accepted people with no content, people with no education, people with no boundaries, people that's against the law. That's what's being accepted now instead of get your education, learn how to read, write, how to do arithmetic, get your master's degree. That don't mean anything anymore. So now these kids thinking, since it don't mean anything anymore, there's no need for me to go to school. I don't, I can come in the courtroom and say, did that in the other in Pacific.
Smart just made $50,000 for letting the world know that he didn't know what 520s was, that he couldn't name 3 fruit. That's sad. And he couldn't spell the word onion. And they paid him $50,000 for that.
Yeah.
But if you know what 520s is, you don't know if you got $50 or $50,000.
And they think, and so they look at them and say, if they can make that kind of money, and I can make that kind of money, instead of, oh, I'm gonna go to school, get me an education, and then that's not it. Everybody want a quick fix, a quick way to come out of poverty. And I'm gonna share this with you, and this is just my own thinking. Like, even if Young Thug and those boys, and I'm just saying, this is just a hypothetical thinking here, even if it was a gang that we know gangs is not illegal. If it was a gang and they did do some type of crime to come together, but I don't see that. I just don't see that at all. I just see a lot of thugs. You know what I'm saying? Around Young Thug, and Young Thug, he was a thug. So of course, they're gonna have little things, and yeah, little things turn to big things. If you put two dimes together, then guess what? Then you close to that quarter. You're getting close. You know what I'm saying? And so, but anywho's, I just don't.
Kids try to model themselves after what they think the Bloods and the Crips are like.
Exactly. And then here's the thing. What I was gonna get at is like the community down there, is looking at, well, when Katrina happened, Hurricane Katrina happened, Young Thug was making sure when those people was running for safety and coming into the town and their town, there was a lot of criminals coming in there just grabbing stuff and and things. They had to protect their community. You know what I'm saying? They put that money out there to protect their community, that they just wasn't, because there's a lot of criminals came from that Hurricane Katrina thing. So the community backs Young Thug up a lot, like the state wasn't protecting their community. They were just pushing them right into the community, and then it was crazy. But yeah. But I was saying, what I was saying is, even if it was just, let's hypothetically, there was an organized gang, which I know that they're not, but I'm just saying, as hypothetically, if they was, the community placed them there. You birthed it. If it was, hypothetically, if it was a organized crime, the community birthed it. You know what I'm saying? They allowed it to happen. That's what they show their kids, to grow up and try to get out of being poor.
It's just amazing that they'll blow our tax dollars on a trial like this that is breaking every law in the book. But we got Venezuelan gangs that have came through the border, that are taking over apartment buildings in Colorado.
Yeah.
And the police are scared of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The thing that made me so angry, and I said it before the attorney said it, they had Antonio Sledge on that stand for 3 days. And I was like, gosh, you keep asking him the same question over and over. And he even was like, dang, how many times you gonna ask me the question? And they just let it go. And I mean, it was like, if they objected, the judge was like, okay, overruled. And then Antonio Sledge is on the stand today, and they start cross-examining him in the first 10 minutes. The judge was like, move on. I was like, how you gonna tell him move on in 10? He just got there, but you let 3 days of this same question goes on for 3 days. And
I'm starting to see us being that it's bigger than what we're seeing on TV.
That judge is not being fair to them boys. She's not. She's letting a lot of stuff go. And this is something else I seen. And I'm mad about it. And they ain't said nothing about it. Every time when the district attorney is wrong, she's literally becoming the attorney for them and telling them what to do. They was like, is anybody going to object on this? I mean, like telling them, y'all need to object. And then she's going to turn around and say, well, what cause is it? And then Miss Love is like, She just grabbing for straws now, She don't even know what, relevance, question and answered. It has no basis, it has no foundation until she grabs one and then she's like, sustain. I'm like,
now you see that it's not about this trial.
oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy.
They have no clue what they're doing.
Exactly.
They just going through the motion.
Girl. Yeah, I can't get hardly nothing done at my house because this is crazy. I sit there and I just lay in the bed and I just watch it. I just watch it. And I shake my head and I thank God my kids are not in a situation like this. I just thank God they're not,
And I know people say, well, here we go. Somebody else calling the black person a victim. But how many trials have you seen where the person on trial is a Caucasian person and they're breaking every law in the rule book?
Exactly.
You just don't see it.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. There's so many bases. But the main thing that I see why this should be a mistrial. I seen it today when they said that these boys was held from May until December without an attorney. How? You answered that question. That's the $1 million question. How you going to hold somebody from May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and when they sit up in court, you guys still do not have an attorney to represent you, and they're just holding you for 7 to 8 months. How? Without a bond. Without a bond, without a first, because you got to come see the judge. If you don't have an attorney, how can you see the judge to ask for a bond? So they're just holding you. Of course you're going to sign anything. You don't know. It's almost like if you was in jail in Mexico. And it's worse. That's why Wody was saying, they put him over here, and behind that door, and feces all over the wall, and people hollering and screaming. And he was like, I was missing court dates because they just would never send me to court. And you know what the judge said? The judge was like, okay, we get it. It ain't like that now. She don't want the world to know y'all been holding these cats for months without legal representation. That is a lawsuit in itself.
And this judge is no better than the last one.
Now, think about it. Remember when Corey went to jail? They had him in court the very next day with an attorney. Well, but you know what I'm saying? They had him in court. That's how it's supposed to be done. You're supposed to see the judge within at least, I take it, whatever. Well, you need to hire some more people. If you got people going to jail like that, you need to hire more people. But the thing about it, within 72 hours, a week, I give you a week, and that's just being nice. It should be the very next day. You should be able to.
Who requested a speedy trial?
They didn't get it.
Not at all.
They didn't. And then look, they got 98 more witnesses. And if each witness, the 98 witnesses, if they only stand for 3 days apiece, or maybe 4 or more, and you only have court 5 days a week, they're going to still be around They talking about, oh yeah, about February, March. No, 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 no. If they go on this route where she gives the prosecutors all the leeway, she just gives them a airplane landing strip to go ask as many questions you want, and everybody just sitting there like let's just sit and eat cake or whatever. Man, this we'll be here this time next year. It's only but 300 and so many days in a year.
Not doing anything expeditiously.
Yeah, because every week you're only going to put on 2 witnesses. Every week there's only going to be 2 witnesses. There's 52 weeks in a year. So it's going to take almost a whole year to try this case, unless the rest of the witnesses is only going to have maybe a day or half a day, or you can get 4 or 5 in a day. But if every last one of them lasts 2-3 days, girl, we're going to be here next year.
Yeah.
That's why I tell everybody, if you don't know what's going on, just get on the bandwagon. You will find out. Because it's going to last a long time. And I don't have a problem with it, because I'm learning that this is the new world. And you're right. I and that's something that I can consider now, because I never considered, okay, she's saying something about a master's. He won his master's, and when he reached out for his master's, now all this stuff done hit the fan. Okay. Okay. And you know what? If I was Young Thug and all those other boys, I wouldn't get on the stand. I wouldn't get on the stand at all. I wouldn't tell you nothing. I shouldn't have to. You have to prove that I'm guilty. They have not proved that Young Thug is guilty of anything.
Exactly.
I mean, you tell me, what have you seen? Not now the police is going to say one thing because they the police. But, and I'm not saying there's not going to be some truth to some of the things that they're saying.
What I see, they're going to eventually, all this in this trial, eventually, and then they're going to recharge Young Thug on a RICO, because at the end of the day, he was the guy with the most money that was forking out money for the rental cars, for this, for that, and they're going to utilize that to charge him with a RICO.
But is it in a mistrial? Can you charge him under the same charges?
If they do it with prejudice.
Well, this judge, she thought she was doing a good job, and she's not. She's not. They need to have her removed. She's not being fair at all. But if they start saying that to her, oh my goodness, it's going to get worse. You know what I'm saying? Just like when they were saying that with Judge Glenville, when they start saying you need to recuse yourself, boy, he was like, he got angry with them. He was like, you're on a thin piece of ice, such and such. And those attorneys was like, oh, snap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are basically bullying the defense team, these are the state witnesses. Hold on. Yes, son, what's up?
What's up with it, mama?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
Oh, okay, never mind. I just was calling.
Hey, are you finna bring that trailer home?
Shoot, that mean I gotta go back home and grab it, then come.
Yeah.
I'm home tomorrow.
Okay, that's cool.
It's in my backyard. That's why I said it. It's already in my backyard, gated in.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna call you in just a minute.
Alrighty.
All right, baby.
Alright.
Hey, baby. Go ahead.
So yeah, SP, that was all I wanted to say. It's very obvious now that this is about something other than what they're talking about on the stand.
Uh-huh.
And there's somebody outside of this courtroom that's keeping this trial going.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, somebody made a good they said that if Fanny was an attorney for Nut and had a relationship with Nut, and when Nut died, she went after Young Thug.
She went after him.
Yeah. She was the attorney for Mondo. You remember Mondo and Young Thug got into it about who created and founded YSL.
Right.
And she was the attorney for Nut. But it's also been said in the street they had a thing. I'm not for sure, that's just allegedly, but they had a relationship,
Well, if she had any type of relationship, be it an attorney or a personal relationship with Nut, she shouldn't be able to do anything in this trial.
Well, she's the DA. And not only that, her daughter just got arrested the other day.
That one right there is a conflict of interest.
Yep. It's a conflict of interest on a lot of stuff because Antoine Sledge said that when he came up in front of the judge that he came up in front of was Judge Glenville that would not give him a bond. Yep. Yep.
I'm going to get back in the chat so somebody else can call.
All right.
All right. You have a good day.
All righty, you too. Somebody did just call, and I'm going to answer this phone call, and then we're going to get off of here. Matter of fact, I'm going to call the person back because I know it's going to take some time. So, you guys, we're finna get off of here in a minute. Hey, what's going on?
I know, I'm sitting here listening to you. I said, boy, that Fanny, she likes that stuff like, huh?
Yes.
She almost lost her career over that big bow ties.
Well, she was the attorney for Mondo, and she was the attorney for Nut, but they also say she had a thing for Nut. Like, I mean, that's just allegedly, but still, it's out there. You know what I'm saying?
That just makes her look even worse. She's still going to court with this Trump case. I said, seems like she would want to keep her nose clean in her backyard, but it seems like she was all over the place.
Well, yeah, and her daughter just got arrested yesterday.
It's like, really? That's about the second or third prisoner got arrested out of this darn case.
Yeah, and I mean, she got arrested for a little thing. I mean, driving on suspended, but still, like, how you going to keep? Because that is a crime. Driving without suspended license, you just committed a crime. But you didn't teach your own kids or make sure your kids' license was okay. Like,
She's too bad. She's too busy trying to follow these rappers that got some bank or whatever. Probably more than what she makes because they just attorney and all them. But she ain't making the type of money they make.
but here's the thing: Wody, he got arrested for driving on a suspended, but he was locked down for 6, 7, 8 months. But I bet you her daughter wasn't locked down for 6, 7, 8 months. I bet you she was out in 30 minutes.
Yep, sorry. And then it's about these women rappers because that red from going to the school smelling like weed and say she's a plant in Hollywood to show other young women how they supposed to act. I say, no, that trashy type of stuff, no.
And I guarantee you, we will hear more about Fanny's daughter in the months coming up. She's going to be off the chain.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be targeted and they know them darn paparazzis around. So I ain't seen Fanny. I know she was big. But someone's like, she's going to blow her whole career.
Yeah. Well,
Ain't the right color. Hey, they can get away with it. They can do a whole lot. Cure and quiet, and everything else. They still up there with the do. Let her get to doing all this mess.
it's a circus because I do appreciate seeing African American attorneys and all. I do see that, but they're on a smaller level. They're you know what I'm saying? Like I look, yeah, they're trying to do well, and but they're gonna have to come away from each other and get in these cases with other upholding attorneys so that they can represent their client for the best of their ability. It's like a kindergarten can't teach another kindergarten. Like you're gonna have to go to a sixth grader and be around a sixth grader. So then now your representation will be on a higher level. But these attorneys are representing their clients in front of the attorneys, and they have the same kind of demeanor. They're not coming with a higher education. Because when you got attorneys and then they don't know what an ex parte, and they be like, I know what an ex parte is. Well, then you shouldn't have never let it happen to your client, and then you go use the bathroom and leave your client with the. Oh my God, no. Oh my God, you just left your client in the room with the devil. Don't do that. You don't ever do that.
I think this is even longer than OJ's trial. This is a bad script, and it's gonna be a movie. But they're gonna say the longest trial with the worst script ever. Watch, they're gonna make a movie out of this crazy mess.
Girl, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I tell you what, I hope Young Thug get out of this. And when you making that kind of money, you cannot be around the same type of people. You got to help them from afar. You can't help them got one foot in the ghetto and one foot in Hollywood. You can't do that.
Better move away from there. You'll be another statistic like Young Dog.
Right, because you got your little, I won't say Dominican dominions, but you got people that's hungry for money, and when they act out, it looks bad on you. Okay, so this is something I want to share with you real quick because I don't know if you knew or you was around when there was some stuff going on at my job or whatever, and then the girl called me while we was live, and she was like, I got one question for you, blah 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 blah. Because I'm trying my best not to talk about my job anymore, but I wanted to share something with you because this all came down. I finally went back to work yesterday because I was off for 3 days, and normally I work those days off so I can have that extra money or whatever. But I just said, you know what, I'm not going to work no extra. I'm going to just take off. So yesterday was my day back to work. I hadn't been there for 3 days, and that's the longest. I haven't taken off from work in a while. So, and I just said, let me just back up because you can get fired on your day off, So I went to work, and then I got to work, and then they said my DON quit.
Was that your director?
Yeah. She just quit. She's going to do her 30 days. But, like they got into it. But they didn't tell me. They said they got into it about a nurse. And I'm thinking, yeah. Because think about it. The girl, the CNA, is real friendly with the DON, and I said to myself, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna probably get called in the office, and this girl is gonna sit there and be like, she did this, she said this to me, but I was in my right." You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna say something to you unless I'm in my right. So I was ready and prepared to. If we were gonna say something, we were gonna say it all. But they never called me in the office or anything, and I'm like, well, the hall I normally work. They didn't put me on that hall. She was on that hall.
You remember I told you, I said, start making notes, dictating everything they're doing it. So they step down to it. You got your behind covered.
Because I know I don't want to work with her. I'm not going to say that, but I don't want to work with her. I'm pretty sure she don't want to work with me because like I will, I'm going to represent. I am a nurse. I am the charge nurse. So that's what I'm going to do. If you don't want me to do that, then move me around or whatever, or move her around or whatever. And I just wanted to see what they were going to do. So when I showed back up at work yesterday, I'm like, I'm on this hall. And she's on the hall I normally be on. That's what I said. But you know, the hall that they put me on is a easy hall. So I'm not complaining about it, but I'm like, wow, you know, is this what they doing? Is this what they doing? Okay. You know, they don't have no respect for the charge nurse. You want the CNAs to run things or whatever. Okay. But you can't tell me I'm wrong.
Right. And it's going to get messed up and shit hit the fan. Ain't no use in coming to you.
Exactly.
Hey, you put her over there. I think. And they get the breaking codes and stuff. I got another nurse friend here who was telling the same thing similar to what they did her. She's got a certificate there. And we're still got some problem. Us blacks, we can get together and start opening our own little clinics.
So this is what I be trying to tell people. I see, because of my color being African American, and I'm telling this Caucasian woman that has no education
Oh, they don't like that.
to don't do this, she's mad, she's angry. Now here's the thing, I'm all in my right to tell you to not do this.
Right.
So you can't come to me and say you're being bad or wrong to this. But there's feeling sorry for her because of her privilege. She feels like, you know what I'm saying? She feels like, oh, you demean me. I didn't demean you. I told you you're not gonna run my hall. That's what I told you.
Right.
And she got angry about it. She was angry because she thinking, because I am African American and she's Caucasian.
You should be beneath her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell her to go get her certificates and her registered nurse and nurse certificates and stuff, and then we might have something to talk about. Next.
Well, evidently, you know, in these 30 days, we'll see what happened in these 30 days, because she needs to work all of this overtime and everything. And I was saying to myself, how's she gonna work all this overtime? And she's usually on hall 4 working overtime. She only go over there and go to sleep.
Wow. And she ain't even do all her hours she got now. So boy, they put her on overtime, she ain't gonna film.
Yeah.
Left and right.
But you know what? They rather do that and accommodate her so she can make money. They're not trying to do what's right for the residents.
You better be careful.
But I'm cool. Put me over here where, you know, it ain't nothing for me to do but just do my charting and leave me alone, and hey, call it good.
And don't ask me for no help. You put her over there, she should know how to run stuff.
Oh, they called me the other day. They was like, they gonna text me and be like, are you IV certified? Because they wanted me to come over there and do something. You know what? I didn't even answer.
I heard that.
I didn't even answer, because you know what? Whoever you got over there, that y'all figure it out. Yeah, I ain't doing it.
That's right.
Then they come over and then they was like, you don't answer your phone. I text you, sister. I'm like, girl, I don't look at my phone. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Shit.
doing my job.
Yep, I'm doing me over here.
Okay. Yeah, tell one of them wrote Tina called. So I told her, I start radio next week. I didn't get a chance to show you yesterday. I didn't get back until late.
Yeah.
So, this is happening in there today. I said, they're gonna make a bad movie out of it. I said,
Oh, was you in the trial watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, when I got back and got some time, I said, okay, I like the story right when it started too, because she can't get lost.
Yeah, you can get lost, but you can easily, like, our updates are really good because we don't waste no time coming on and letting everybody know what's happened, what went on. You know, they had Miss Sylvia, infamous Sylvia, in there, and I thought they were going to strip her from the courtroom, and I'm glad that they didn't, you know, because, I mean, she was just doing her content, and I don't think it was, I wouldn't have done it. When she was doing it, I was in the room, and I kind of was like, I mean, I'm kind of happy she kind of spoke on it, to be honest with you, because it kind of gave me kind of insight of what the jurors kind of was like, look like or whatever. It just gave me a little bit of insight, like how many African Americans it was, how many Caucasians it was, how many males it was, how many females it was, but the name calling, I didn't get with that but whatever. I would have been able to understand what she was saying if somebody was not there anymore or something like that, but you know.
Yeah, it's probably going to turn out to be a mistrial. It's taking too long. Everybody's all over the place. And I mean, you can't pin this on this boy. He's been in jail, like you say, 2 years. So who's doing all this stuff that's going on in the street? It ain't him.
Yeah, it ain't him. Matter of fact, Antonio Sledge said when he when he and I don't know if you caught this, but Antonio Sledge said he was at home watching the Patriots game, which I don't believe, but whatever. And because he took a picture of it and said watching the game, you know what I'm saying. But then you packed up your girl and your baby, and y'all go over to Young Thug's house. Why? Okay, if somebody he said he got a DM that said everybody saying it's you and Wody or whatever. So Wody and Antonio Sludge shows up at Young Thug's house after Donovan got killed. But remember, this is what Antonio said. Antonio said he was there and Wody was there. But remember, Wody said that he slept, and when he woke up, his girl was gone, and he went over to his brother's house and took a shower, and then I don't know if then he left or whatever. But you see what I'm saying?
Sound right.
Yeah. But why everybody show up at Young Thug's house?
Yeah, that the meeting place now?
Yeah. And then what happened when they showed up? Young Thug gave him some money to get them a room or whatever, but then they went to Miami.
Yeah, they get caught in their own lies.
Yeah. Yeah.
They get caught in their own lies.
Right.
I'm wondering when you're gonna hit on that thing. See that Georgia shooter, that school shooter, they arrested the daddy.
Right.
I said, well, I see you cut that. I said, because it's been a trip. And I think the mama under arrest too. I said, look at the whole family.
Right. Somebody's at my door.
Okay, but let me get in here and finish this and then go outside.
Alrighty. Hold on. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I've got company at my door. Tina said, shut the front door. You guys, I'll see you guys later. Maybe over the weekend. We're going to chat it up some more because the trial is still going. And I got to look at what's happening. You guys be good. Be safe. Always. And be nice to everybody. Bye.